Did you know that by age 70, your brain has actually lost about 10% of its volume compared to when you were in your 20s? That's right. Our brains literally shrink as we age. But here's something even more fascinating. With the right nutrients, you can help maintain your cognitive function and mental sharpness well into your golden years. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. If you're watching this, chances are you're either over 70 yourself, or you care deeply about someone who is. And today, I'm going to share something truly valuable with you. The 3 most powerful supplements for keeping your mind sharp after 70. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Another supplement video? Really? But this isn't about trendy superfoods or the latest wellness fads. I'm talking about 3 specific compounds with substantial scientific research behind them that specifically target the aging brain. Let me tell you a quick story. My father just turned 78 last month. 2 years ago, he was constantly misplacing his keys, forgetting appointments, and struggling to recall names of people he'd known for decades. It was frustrating, and honestly, he was a little scared for our family. That's when I dove deep into the research on cognitive health and aging, and what I discovered changed everything. Not just for my dad, but for hundreds of my clients who followed this protocol since. Today, I'm going to walk you through the exact supplement regimen that has helped my father, and so many others, reclaim their mental clarity. Omega-3 fatty acids, Magnesium L-Threonate, and Phosphatidylserine. These aren't random supplements I've chosen. Each one targets specific aspects of brain health that naturally decline as we age. Together, they create a powerful foundation for maintaining and even improving cognitive function after 70. In the next few minutes, I'll break down exactly what each supplement does, the scientific evidence supporting it, and precisely how to incorporate them into your daily routine for maximum benefits. You'll learn why regular fish oil might not be enough, why most magnesium supplements don't actually help your brain, and how a compound called phosphatidylserine that most people have never heard of might be the missing link in your brain health regimen. If you're ready to take control of your cognitive health and maintain the independent mental habits that used to come, stay with me. This information could make a difference between a mind that continues to thrive and one that struggles with the challenges of aging. Let's get started with our first brain-saving nutrient, one that's been the subject of more than 30,000 scientific papers, and might be the most important supplement you're not taking correctly. Our first brain-saving nutrient is omega-3 fatty acids, specifically DHA and EPA. You've probably heard of omega-3 before, but what you might not realize is just how crucial they are for your aging brain. Your brain is nearly 60% fat, and DHA alone makes up about 30% of the fat in your brain's cerebral cortex, the area responsible for memory, language, creativity, and attention. As you age, your natural body starts losing these vitamins and minerals quickly. But there's also a tiny bit that happens in your brain when DHA levels drop. Your brain cells begin to shrink, synapses effectively melt, just deteriorating. DHA helps maintain the flexibility and health of these connections. Without enough DHA, these bridges start to deteriorate, messages get delayed or lost completely, and your thinking becomes foggy. In a landmark study published in the Journal of Alzheimer's Disease, researchers found that adults with higher blood levels of DHA had significantly larger brain volumes, equivalent to preserving about 1 to 2 years of brain aging. Imagine that. The right nutrients can actually slow down your brain's aging process. But here's where most people go wrong with omega-3s. Taking any random fish oil supplement isn't going to cut it. There are 3 critical factors you need to get right. First, dosage. Most supplements don't provide nearly enough DHA and EPA to make a difference for brain health. adults over 70, you need between 1,000 to 2,000 of combined DHA and EPA daily. Check your supplement label. If it doesn't provide at least 1,000 liters of these specific fatty acids, not just fish oil, you're not getting enough. Second, quality matters enormously. Omega-3s are highly susceptible to oxidation, which not only makes them ineffective, but potentially harmful. Your supplement should specify that it's been tested for rancidity, and ideally uses a triglyceride form rather than ethyl esters for better absorption. Third, and this is crucial, the ratio of DHA to EPA. For brain health specifically, you want a supplement with a higher ratio of DHA to EPA. While both are important, DHA is the primary structural component in brain cell membranes. Let me share a client success story that really illustrates the power of getting this right. Margaret, an 82-year-old retired teacher, came to me frustrated because she couldn't remember the names of her favorite students anymore, something that had never been an issue before. She was already taking a fish oil supplement, but when we checked the label, it contained only 250 millicrout of combined omega-3s, and most of that was EPA, not DHA. We switched her to a high-quality supplement with 200 milliliters of omega-3s, with 900 milliliters of that as DHA. Within 3 months, she noticed she was recalling names more easily and feeling sharper during her book club discussions. After 6 months, her family remarked on how much more engaged and present she seemed in conversations. Now, you might be wondering if you could just get enough omega-3s from your diet. While fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, and sardines are excellent sources, you'd need to eat them at least 3 to 4 times per week to get therapeutic amounts. And farm-raised fish typically contain significantly less omega-3s than wild-caught. This is why supplementation becomes so important, especially after 70. If you're vegetarian or vegan, look for algae-derived DHA supplements. After all, fish don't actually produce omega-3s. They get them from consuming algae. By going straight to the source, you can get the brain benefits without consuming fish products. Now, let's move on to our second brain-boosting supplement, one that most people have heard of, but not in the special form that actually reaches your brain. The second brain-saving nutrient is a special form of magnesium called Magnesium L-Threonate. Now, you're probably familiar with magnesium. It's involved in over 300 biochemical reactions in your body. But what most people don't realize is that regular magnesium supplements like magnesium oxide or citrate barely cross the blood-brain barrier. They might help with muscle cramps or constipation, but they don't do much for your brain. Magnesium L-Threonate is different. It was specifically developed by researchers at MIT to penetrate the blood-brain barrier and increase magnesium levels in the brain. This is absolutely critical because brain magnesium levels drop significantly as we age, and this decline is directly linked to cognitive issues. So, what exactly does magnesium do in your brain? It regulates the NMDA receptors, which are involved in learning and memory formation. When magnesium levels are optimal, these receptors can form new connections more easily, a process called neuroplasticity that's essential for learning new things and forming new memories. The research on magnesium L-Threonate is particularly exciting. In one study published in the journal Neuron, researchers found that this specific form of magnesium improved learning abilities, working memory, and both short and long-term memory in aging adults. The subjects showed improvement in their ability to recall information and navigate familiar environments. I saw this firsthand with my Uncle Robert, who had been experiencing what he called senior moments with increasing frequency. At 75, he'd see Mamas, was having trouble remembering where he parked his car or what he had read in the newspaper that morning. After starting magnesium L-Threonate at a dose of 150 to 100 glasers daily, providing about 90 of elemental magnesium, he noticed improvements within just a few weeks. What fascinated me most was the nature of his improvement. It wasn't just that he forgot things less often. He reported that his thinking felt quicker and more fluid. Tasks that required multiple steps became easier to complete. He even started tackling the New York Times crossword again, something he had given up years ago out of frustration. The recommended dosage for cognitive benefits is between 115 and 100 to 2,000 milliquasars of Magnesium L-Threonate daily, which translates to about 90 to 120 milligrams of elemental magnesium. I suggest taking it in divided doses, with a portion in the morning and the remainder in the evening. Many people report improved sleep as an added benefit, which itself contributes to better cognitive function. One important note: Magnesium L-Threonate is the only form proven to significantly increase brain magnesium levels. Don't be fooled by less expensive magnesium supplements claiming to support brain health. Forms like magnesium oxide, citrate, glycinate, or chloride won't deliver the same cognitive benefits because they don't effectively cross the blood-brain barrier. Another key point: magnesium works synergistically with omega-3s. While omega-3s help maintain the structure of brain cell membranes, magnesium supports the electrical activity and connectivity between those cells. Together, they create a powerful combination that supports overall brain function far more effectively than either one alone. Now, let's move on to our third, brain-saving nutrient. One that's virtually unknown to most people but could be the missing piece in your cognitive health puzzle. This supplement has been shown to improve memory recall by up to 44% in healthy older adults in as little as 90 days. Our third brain-saving nutrient is phosphatidylserine, or PS for short. This might be the first time you're hearing about this compound, but it's actually a key building block of all your cells, especially your brain cells. Phosphatidylserine is a phospholipid, a type of fat that forms part of the membrane surrounding each of your brain cells. It plays a crucial role in maintaining the health of these membranes and supporting communication between brain cells. The problem is, your body's natural production of phosphatidylserine decreases with age. What makes PS particularly valuable for cognitive health is its ability to facilitate neurotransmitter release, enhance glucose metabolism in the brain, and activate specific proteins that maintain the structure of your neurons. In simpler terms, it helps your brain cells communicate more efficiently and use energy better. The clinical research on phosphatidylserine is remarkably strong. In a double-blind study published in the journal Neurology, elderly subjects with cognitive decline who took phosphatidylserine showed significant improvements in their ability to recall names, recognize faces, and remember the location of misplaced objects. These are exactly the types of memory challenges that most people over 70 find frustrating in daily life. Let me share a particularly striking case. David, a 76-year-old retired engineer, came to me deeply concerned because he found himself getting lost while driving on familiar routes, something that had never happened before. After thorough testing, his doctor assured him it wasn't early dementia, but David was still alarmed by these episodes. We added phosphatidylserine to his regimen at a dose of 300 whistlers daily. Within 3 months, these disorienting incidents stopped completely. Even more impressive, David reported that his mental calculations, something essential to his work as an engineer, became noticeably sharper. For cognitive benefits, I recommend taking between 100 to 300 milliliters of phosphatidylserine daily. Quality is particularly important with this supplement. The most effective form is derived from soy lecithin, unless you have a soy allergy, as it closely resembles the phosphatidylserine found naturally in your brain. Some newer supplements derive PS from sunflower lecithin, which can be a good alternative for those with soy sensitivities. Now, here's where the true magic happens. When you combine all 3 of these supplements, omega-3s maintain the structure and flexibility of your brain cell membranes. Magnesium L-Threonate enhances the electrical signaling between neurons, and Phosphatidylserine supports the health of those cell membranes while facilitating communication between brain cells. Together, they create a comprehensive support system for your aging brain, addressing multiple aspects of cognitive health simultaneously. It's like giving your brain everything it needs to function at its best despite the natural challenges of aging. Let me be clear, these supplements aren't a miracle cure. If you're already experiencing significant cognitive decline or have been diagnosed with dementia, these nutrients may help support brain function, but they won't reverse the condition. That's why starting this regimen proactively, ideally in your 60s or early 70s, is so important. As for implementing this protocol, here's what I recommend. Start with high-quality omega-3s, making sure you're getting at least 1,000 of combined DHA and EPA daily, with a higher ratio of DHA for brain health. Add magnesium L-Threonate at a dose of 1,500 to 2,000 RASC split between morning and evening. Finally, incorporate phosphatidylserine at 100 to 300 ml daily, preferably taken with food for better absorption. Give this regimen at least 90 days before assessing results. Many people notice initial improvements in mental clarity and recall within the first month, but the full benefits develop over time as these nutrients are incorporated into your brain cells and neural networks. If you found this information valuable, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more evidence-based health protocols. Drop a comment below sharing your experience with these supplements or any questions you might have. I personally review all comments and try to respond to as many as possible. Remember, aging is inevitable, but cognitive decline doesn't have to be part of your journey. With the right nutrients, you can support your brain health and maintain your mental sharpness well into your golden years. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.